What's up everyone, it's Sarah, Creating with Sarah. In today's video, we're gonna talk about Squad. So if you guys wanna see what I got to tell you, then stay tuned. So this is not planned whatsoever, but I'm gonna share with you guys my Squad experience. I'm gonna try my best to get everything into one video. So hi, I'm Sarah, Creating with Sarah. I was on Squad for the year 2019 to 2020. And I thought I'd share with you guys my experience and share with you guys the journal that everybody wants to look at. I'll share with you guys what I used it for, but there's not a whole lot to it. It was just something that we started as a squad to document and plan. A little bit of a background if you guys are new to my channel. So Squad is the official Happy Planner squad that they put together to review products and to share with you guys our thoughts and how we use the items, and we're kind of like a brand ambassador basically. And they have applications around this time of year, which is going on right now, and you have until the 15th. But this year is a little bit different because of, I feel like maybe because of what's going on in the world. So it's more of a virtual squad. I don't have a lot of information on that. And everything that I'm telling you guys is strictly from me. It's not from the Happy Planner at all. Yeah, so they're doing a video application. Last year for us, it was a written application. And yeah, so I think you have to get it under a minute. You have to post it on YouTube, and you post it as unlisted. You can, if you post it private, they won't be able to find it. If you post it public, everyone will get to look. If everyone searches, you know, in YouTube squad applications, everyone will get to see it. But I think the rule is you post it unlisted, so that way I believe Hannah or whoever the who's in charge of looking at application can find it. So make sure you post it as unlisted, and then also you're gonna want to. If you have a phone and that's how you're using your filming video, definitely do it horizontally. Vertically is better for Instagram. That's because of how I use my phone. I used to use a DSLR for all my YouTube video making, but I have gotten a new phone since then, and I've learned that you can do a lot on your iPhone. So it's just a little bit easier. However, it takes up so much space, and I always have to like constantly delete it and charge my phone. So a lot of things also I learned from my squad personally. So I'll talk a little bit about that because I do want to give credit to those who I learned from them. I had to readjust my camera. Again, this is not even prepped at all, but I thought I would put something out there, guys. And I had to take my gum out because I had gum in my mouth. That is so rude. Okay. So again, you have until the 15th, which is Friday, to get your video in. And yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and just tell you guys. So last year for Squad was a written application. And what I mean by that is that they had this posted on their website. And it was just a couple of questions. I actually have mine printed here. And it was, why do you think you're a good fit for the Happy Planner squad? How have you used your Happy Planner to enrich your life? What do you love most about Happy Planner? What is your planner style? And then you would put anything that you were on the, anywhere on the social media platform. Like if you had a Facebook group, or if you had Twitter, or if you had IG, stuff like that. Which I always just have Instagram and YouTube. I've had YouTube for a long time and Instagram. So that's the only place you can find me. I'm not really good at juggling all the platforms, but that was basically it. And then we had to submit pictures, and I submitted a couple. I submitted a couple. So the first question was, why do you think you're a good fit for the Happy Planner Squad? And my answers are really short. I can tell you off the bat, my type of personality is very more visual than someone who wants to submit an essay or just write up a story. I'm not really good at that because I'm just not good with writing, and putting that into words is very hard. But I did put the fact that it was more of like, I just wanted to go ahead and go for it, and you never know until you try type of attitude, and the fact that I'm always striving to be a great role model for my girls. And also my main focus was, I used a quote, and that's what I like using when I try to explain to people on how I feel about something. So it was, do what makes your soul happy, and being creative makes my soul happy. Like being creative, sharing positivity, sharing my projects with people who love this type of thing was like my main goal. And I go into telling why. And then I tell them how passionate I am about, creating and sharing. And I kind of don't want to just keep reading this from here. Plus, it's really tiny. But I also explain how the Happy Planner represents me as a planner and how I use it in my life. And it was more like, it wasn't just a planner for me to functionally plan my life. It was a planner that documented my life and that I could look back at, and it represented me. So it meant a whole lot of value than just a planner that I used for planning my life. So it kind of expressed my story. Okay, so moving on into the second question, how have you used the Happy Planner to enrich your life? So with that, it was more of a personal thing. We had just moved to California, and we didn't know anybody. It was just us, and we were just taking a leap of faith and hopefully making the right decision to move here. But with that said, I had taken a step back from being creative and planning in general and things like that. So I was kind of stuck, and I came across this planner, which this was my 2019 catch-all planner. It was, I believe it was like a newer layout. It's vertical line, and it's called Life is a Party, I think. But I love it. I'm definitely someone who likes to stick to one planner when it comes to my daily life planning, or my daily life planning. So it's vertical line, and it was something that brought me back into planning again, and it brought me back to life because we were moving, and that was a big thing for me. And that's what I put in here, that it was just, it was something that brought me back to creating and planning. So yeah, that's what I put for that one. And then the third question was, what do you love most about the Happy Planner? And basically that was that I love the customizable disc to it, and that you could, it was more of I could customize the way I wanted to. It wasn't, again, just for planning. I could customize it for memory keeping or for wellness. It was just an all-in-one type of a thing. And then I went back to the Happy Planner, how they are as a company, that I loved I love that what they represent, and the fact that they've come so far as a company, because I got a planner back in 2015. This is my original OG planner, and what they have now, or I guess what they started in 2017. So there was a gap when I wasn't Happy Planner. It was 2016 to 2017 and 2018. They came out with all this new stuff, and I was like, wow. I was just amazed by it. I got to learn Stephanie more, and she shared her wellness journey. So it was fantastic. So that's kind of what I put in there. And then at the end, it says anything else you would like to share. And I was just saying, I was just thanking them for how much they've grown as a company and what they're putting out there for creative people like us. I feel like it's a great way to reach other people, because then we start sharing other things besides planning. You know, we start connecting on a different level. So I was just telling them that I was just like really amazed of how they've come from when they started. Okay, and then, okay, so I forgot one last question. What was your style? I think it was like functional, decorative, and or hybrid or something. I definitely put hybrid because I'm more of like a crafter, and I use a little bit of everything in my planner. Okay, that was it. It wasn't too hard of an application at all. The video thing is a little different, of course. So I have seen some applications so far. You guys can see some that I've put on YouTube for public. And I think they're doing great. I think you guys are doing super great with your videos, keeping them under a minute and just being yourself. So I just want to congratulate you on that. So with that, I wanted to apply because I was just like, I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. And let's just say that honestly, I never thought I would have been picked. So what happened when they announced Squad, I'm on the Pacific Coast, so I'm on the same time zone as Happy Planner. So it was like 6 a.m. and I didn't have any idea. And I was wearing my watch, and it kept going off and kept going off and kept going off. And I was looking at it, I was like, what is going on? Who is calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning? I'm not a morning person. And all of a sudden my phone kept going off, and I look at, and I have like all these DM messages, and then I find out that I'm on Squad, and I literally I kind of was in shock, and I froze. And it was an amazing gift, because personally, I also put in some other things in my letter, but it would have been a long to talk about. But let's just say that I believe in things happen for a reason, and it just kind of made sense with us moving here and just with everything falling in place. And then at the same time, I was feeling like I didn't have anything at the moment that felt like me, or I didn't feel like I had a lot of value going on at that time. And so when I read it, or when I saw my face being on Squad, I was just like, all I could think about was thank God, like, thank you, God. But it was just an amazing moment, and I just bawled. I cried. I was just like, wow, this feels great. And, you know, it's like, be honest, to be noticed, you know, and it just felt really great. So I was just really grateful that they picked me. So it was an amazing experience. It's something that I'll never forget, and the fact that it's given me a lot in life, that's for sure, for myself, for myself. Okay, so moving on with that. So we get picked, I'm in this big community, I'm under the spotlight, which I have to say, I'm not someone who really likes being under the spotlight, or I've talked about this on a podcast if you guys are familiar with it. I will leave all that information down below, but let's just move on, because I know some of you are probably like, what are you talking about? And yeah. Okay, so that experience in itself was great. It was overwhelming. I think I remember some Squad members from previous year were telling us that you're just going to be bombarded with, in a good way, with tons of messages and things like that. And for me, it wasn't about the following or anything like that. It was just being able to be a part of this wonderful community. And so amongst us other members of Squad, we automatically started a Marco Polo, and we were getting to know each other better. But for me, it was fun in the beginning, because I thought it was like, I don't know why, I thought like, okay, this is just a short-term thing, but it is a year commitment being on Squad. And At first it scared me a little bit because I'm not someone to just be in a group and decide all these things with one another and just collab all the time with one another, or try to like get to know one another. And it was just like I didn't know for a second like where I wanted to be or what did I wanted to tell them or express to them. But it was fine. Everything was good. So maybe you'll get to experience that. You'll get to put together a little chat of your choice and you guys get to know each other. But everybody was really great and sweet. So that was awesome. And it helped because once boot camp came around, so I'm not sure how they're going to do it this year, but initially when you're on squad, Happy Planner flies you out to California and you get to meet the Manby crew or the headquarters and everyone who is the face for Happy Planner, and you get to tour Manby, and then they take you to Disneyland, which is here in Southern California, which is awesome. I think that is amazing, and I will never forget that experience. So usually that was like towards the fall, like around September, and so I don't know how they're going to do it this year. Hopefully, I'm not sure because of what is going on here in Southern California. It's a lot different across the states right now, but hopefully you guys will get a chance to do that. And we actually got an Airbnb before we came out, so us talking a lot on Marco Polo, which was great because we got to see each other face to face, and then it just helped. Also, it helped a lot once we got out here, and it wasn't so awkward. And we stayed in an Airbnb too, so we took a whole nother day. The majority of, I think it was all of us really, who stayed out together in the Airbnb. And then the next day we got to stay in the hotel for Squad Boot Camp. I think it was like 2 days. I think we were in the hotel for 2 days. And we went to go tour the Manby store, which was amazing. I don't want to spoil all of it for you guys because I'm not sure if they're going to continue that, but it was amazing. It felt really great. I just thank them that for some of those who don't feel like they have value all the time or you don't feel noticed, I think at that moment it felt amazing. And to share it with everyone there. So you do get to tour that and everything. And then actually after that is when we went to Disney. Yeah, because the first night we got there at the hotel, we had dinner. And I guess I'll share it with you guys since we're talking about that. I mean, I feel bad sharing this because I'm not sure how it's going to be the same. But I know Hannah, and Hannah's really great at hosting parties and putting things together for everyone. She's just really great at that. So we got to the hotel, we had dinner that night, and everyone got to meet Stephanie and Hannah and Kayla, and I believe Katie was there. I think Katie was there. Katie is part of the but they're part of the Happy Planner crew. Okay, so we got this little cute bag, and it was at our spot at the table, and we all sat down and just had a great time and discussed and talked with Stephanie and Hannah and Kayla and Katie. And yeah, so that was great. And then we hung up at the pool. We got to talk more. So it was just a great time to experience as squad all together, face to face type of a thing. And then we went to Disney. Disney was a little crazy, okay? Disney was a little crazy. I should give some tips about Disney. Okay, here's my thing with Disney. If you have been to Disneyland here in California, then you'll be good to go because you'll know everything and you'll be good. I've only been a couple of times before I went with Squad since, I live here. But so then I knew that, hey, I just want to just chill and hang out with whoever wants to do what, because I didn't have like an agenda to just go ride certain rides or go, do certain things. I just was like, okay, I'm just going to hang out with you. But also, there was a little, when first everyone came out to the Airbnb the day before our boot camp started with Happy Planner, we all went out to eat to the Anaheim Packing House, and my phone got stolen. So that was an experience in itself, and really was just like bummed me out. But so at Disney, I didn't have a phone at all, but everybody was so great. Shout out to Michelle. She took a lot of my photos for me and Shannon, so I could have those memories because that really sucked. So anyways, that was another reason I was just trying to stay with someone who had a phone and that I just felt comfortable with. So my tip with Disney, if you've never been out here with Disney, definitely talk amongst people that you want to hang out with, because it's a pretty big thing and everyone does their own thing, which is fine, but you want to stay with someone that you're going to enjoy yourself for that day and that want to do what you want to do. Like if you want to go ride rides, or if you just want to walk around and take photos, or if you want to try food things, which was what I wanted to do. I just wanted to go and try out all the Disney food stuff because I'm a big foodie like that, and I wanted to take selfies. But that didn't happen, but that's okay. And the fact it was super hot when we went. It was hot and very humid, like very humid. I was not wearing the right pants for that day. I wasn't expecting that really. I think because I haven't been to Disney around that time. So that's my tip with squad, because everyone will split up. You will not stay together as a whole group at all. So make sure you find your Disney buddies for squad if you guys get to do that. Let's see. So that was pretty much boot camp. It was really fun. Yeah, it was great. We got these cute bags at dinner at the hotel. And then Lila, LB Novelties, she made these cute little bags for us and these Disney little ear things. She's so creative. So she made us these, really cute. And so we all kind of brought each other gifts. Was really cool. That's why it was really great. So after you make squad, make sure you start like a little chat and you guys can like get to know each other better. And Danielle made us these little keychains thingies and a lot of stuff. I think I posted this on Instagram. It might be in my stories if you guys want to check that out. Look at my hair. Some pictures and videos and things, because Tina brought us some stuff. Actually, I think what I got from Tina, Siobhan has. But it's okay. And then Ashley made us these little thingies here. So we all kind of brought each other things too to gift. So it's just a really great overall experience. Let's see, what else can we talk about? So being in squad and what you do. So once you make squad, what do? So we basically we will receive new release products and we will share them with you on our social media platforms. So you'll definitely will have to tell them where you have social media or platforms, whatever it's called. For me, it was YouTube and Instagram. I think the main place you would share it is on Instagram, and you will learn about Happy Planner. They will share with you guys, you know, the hashtags that you can use, and you'll get a packet of things. And I don't want to like tell you every little detail, but you'll get information from Hannah. It may be different. So we definitely got a little packet about squad and things, and what we're supposed to do. It's kind of like a job, really. So there were certain rules that we had to stick by, and we had to do projects. And what projects mean is that you're just giving a certain theme. And let's say, just for instance, you know, a Mother's Day, how would you share Mother's Day inspirations through Happy Planner product type of a thing, or whatever stuff that we got, we had to share inspiration on how to use those products. So basically that's what that was. And I don't know how it's going to be this year. So you would get projects to do. It's like 2 to 3 projects per month, and you have a certain timeline to turn that in. And all of it is photos. I don't know how it's going to be this year at all. And then you will be recognized, and they will put your photos on the Happy Planner website, or on their Instagram feed, which it also will be on their Facebook. So that's a cool reward in itself. So that's pretty much what we did through our year experience. And sometimes we do little fun things, you know, with Hannah on the lives, which is fun. So I love that. And then also we did things together as a squad for you guys, for the planner community, just to keep engaging and being involved. So that was cool in itself. And basically with this planner here, it is a planner that I put together, or we kind of all did. Once we were announced, we all kind of like, you know, talked to one another. So we just put together a little journal, and mine is pretty much customized because I like to do that. I'm definitely in the Franken planner world or person. I love doing that because you can put together your own planner. But anyways, these right here, the cover, this is all Happy Planner graphics, but Jessica, Live, Love, I have her thing in here. Hold on a second. Posh. I was gonna say laugh for some reason. She's right here, Jessica. Jessica from Live, Love, Posh made us these covers. This was something that someone brought, or that this was something that she brought to Squad Bootcamp. She all made us these, which was really cute. I actually got two. I don't know how that happened. I don't remember, because she asked us if we wanted black or gold. I think she was trying to tell me, Sarah, black looks better with your name, because I have another one in here. Here it is with the rose gold. Yeah, I think she was right. I think the black looks better. Or I think she said it wasn't printing right or something, so she gave me another one, which was sweet of her. I love her. Have you guys checked out her Instagram? It is amazing. She does like these extreme floral sticker spreads. It's crazy. Okay, so this was mine. If you guys look through my Instagram feed, you'll see it. I used the Happy Planner Clear for a cover, and I put a little pocket in here, and I have pictures. Eventually I'm going to do what Lila's doing. Once you guys take over, whoever is on Squad, I have time to memory keep, but I'm going to print out some of my favorite projects and put them in here for memory keeping. But I made this cute little like intro, like just a little intro page. You know, I put squad intro, birthday page, signature page, because we wanted everyone to sign our planners at Squad Bootcamp. So you could definitely do that. That would be fun. So basically this is not a necessary thing for being on Squad. This is something we put together because we're planners, right? And again, this comes back to what I said about why I love planning, is because it's your life. You know, it's something that you'll have forever. I'm definitely someone who keeps my planners. I don't throw away my planners after I've put my life into it. No way. So this was something we put together for everyone to do. So I have just a bunch of fun stuff in here. And then I have a section for Squad boxes, Squad Bootcamp, and then other things, printouts that we got. You know, we had emails and things like that. YouTube content for me to do separately if I wanted to post things about some of the products or whatever. Kind of like social media planning. If you already do that, you could definitely do that with here because you're on Squad now, and that's something else that you'll have to plan out. So yeah, and then we put everyone's birthdays down. So that was a page in here. And then here's my signature pages. So I printed out everyone's profile pictures, and they all got to sign it. And I use Happy Planner paper to put this together. I use stamps and some of the printout stuff that we were sent in our packet that I told you about. And then we got these huge stickers for some of our Squad mail, and I kept that. And then basically for this planner, I have monthly views, so I could write down when we get a squad box, what releases were happening. So basically that's how I was using this squad journal that I put together myself, was just making sure that I was keeping everything up to date with squad and things like that. And then I did keep like some of the things that we got at boot camp. We had this cute little menu at dinner, and I kept that and put that in here. Happy Planner has these cute little tabs. You can definitely make your own. You know, if you can't go to the store right now, you can just take cardstock paper and punch it out with the Happy Planner punch and put that in there. Super easy. I love that idea. So then I kept like all the this is the Teresa Collins Be Happy box release. So that was awesome because I've never gotten a Be Happy box before, and to be able to experience that and get one of those was amazing. So I kept all the little information cards. Really cute. So again, that's what I have in here. I mean, I already put sticky notes on some of them, but this is actually the squad, was this called Squad Goals Planner? And I took the monthlies, so I have the monthlies in here, and I put whatever we got release-wise, I would put it in that month. Again, it's on the Happy Planner tab things. And then I kept the curly pages to make sure I don't forget about Squad's birthdays. So that's basically it. Some other ideas you could put in here to document or look back at is like if achievements, like say someone on Squad is, their goal is to hit 5K, or their goal is to hit 10,000 on Instagram or YouTube if they have a YouTube. You could definitely put those milestones in here. I was trying to keep up with that, but a lot was going on with making sure that you're sticking with your projects due every month, and yeah, so it was just a lot to follow. But those are some things you could put in here. I think I put some of them on here in the monthly. Yeah, I put one for Michelle in September. She hit 10K, so that was cool. Yeah, so those are some things. And then we also, anytime we got like an email from Hannah, or the packet that we got in the beginning, I printed out and put it in here. You'll definitely do that for sure. I think that would definitely be like a natural thing that you're gonna wanna put together a planner, because we're planners, and keep up with all that. So we got these cute little printables to get us ready for boot camp. Hannah did an amazing job putting all that together. And it's basically the memory portion and itinerary and things like that. So I haven't done any of that. So I'm gonna be like Lila and start doing that. So that's really cute. It's all the little Squad Girl graphics, all Happy Planner graphics. So basically that's what's in here, guys. Just my monthlies, and then I had a section in here for notes and squad project ideas to write for each month. So you could definitely do that. Have like a creative list for each month and write out all your ideas that come to mind when you think of that month or that season, stuff like that. I mean, basically, if you do that for YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel and you're used to creating content, this will be a little bit easier for you. But if you're not familiar with doing that, just start writing some ideas for each month. Now let's talk about the video application portion. I just want to give you guys a little bit of tips on how to approach that if you haven't already done it. Again, for those who have put out your applications, I think you've done an amazing job so far. You definitely just want to give a little bit about yourself, and then why you're so passionate about Happy Planner. I think naturally that will come out of you if you're passionate about the Happy Planner and planning, and then maybe talk about what type of planning you do and how it inspires you, or how you would inspire others. You can definitely use InShot. I think that's what it's called. It's a little video editor for videos and pictures. If you go over to Lila's on Lila and LB Novelties here on YouTube and Instagram. She's on Squad. She's giving amazing tips already on how to use that application. So definitely go over to her IG and check out her highlights for that, because you can definitely use that to put in some creative images of like shots of like what planners you use and how you use them in your everyday life. So you can definitely put that in there as you're talking and explaining more about yourself. That way they can get to know you. But definitely just be yourself. Maybe write out a list of what you can say. Practice definitely talking to yourself in a mirror, or to your kids or your family, or maybe think about someone that you feel comfortable to talk about, like if you're talking to a video. But just definitely practice for sure. And you can put it on listed. That's the best part. If you put it on listed, the only person that's going to see that is the happy planner. And then let's talk about photos. So they do want to have really great photos, because they're going to put those photos on their IG. It's going to go on their Facebook and their Happy Planner website. So that's cool in itself. It's a win-win for both. But for photo taking, my tips are, I definitely use my iPhone, and I use photo editing apps from the App Store. I use the Apple, which is Mac. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't use Android. But if you go on my Instagram, I'm trying to build up a highlights for quick media tips. So you definitely can go there. But I take photos all in natural daylight, and then I take photos at a certain time during natural daylight. So you definitely want to do that. And these are all things that you can start planning and write your list out, which is the fun part. So you can get your planners and start setting yourself up with all the cuteness and writing all your content. So that in itself, if you get yourself doing that, you will be so motivated to make that video for sure for the application. But anyways, so for photo taking, I use certain apps. So definitely head over to my Instagram so you guys can see that. And then I take pictures in natural daylight. I use my phone, which is a 10R, and I use cropping in my phone. The built-in camera, that's what I use. I use the built-in settings in my camera for my iPhone. I edit with the apps. Let's see. You guys can head over to my IG and see what type of photos I post. They definitely love lifestyle photos, and that's one thing that I'm having to learn or practice for sure. I don't have a lot of help doing that. Sometimes I will use the timer on my phone. Is a great tool to use if you don't have someone taking your photos. Definitely use the timer on your phone. And then the best part about that is you can crop it. I personally don't like cropping before I shoot. I like cropping after I shoot my photos. So the timer thing will definitely work for you. You can, if you're good at selfies, start taking those selfie lifestyle photos. You can take them from above. That's something that I learned from Rebecca. She gave a lot of great tips out when we first started chatting together. She would say she would take photos from above, and then she would crop it. And then Natalie from Nat's Got to Plan, she has a lot of great photography tips. She was kind of the one who pushed me to start doing everything on my phone. So I got a new phone, and just because before I used a DSLR and I was using iMovie, but I still use iMovie, but that's what I use for video editing most of the time. But now that I'm using my phone, I find a lot of apps that I could use conveniently for my phone. I don't always use my phone for editing. I split it. So for Instagram, most of the time, if you guys see me video editing, I'm using my phone and InstaShot. If I'm doing stuff for YouTube, because it takes a lot more space, I'm using iMovie. But yeah, I've learned things and tips from my squad in general. Like Nat's Got to Plan has showed us, is it called Snapseed? I will put it in the video or in the description box down below for sure. But she told us about that editing app, and I have learned to use it. We still don't all use these tools the same way. I think we all just shared our tips and then we found a way to use it ourselves, because I think eventually us sharing tips with you guys, you'll use it, but then you'll use it in your own way, because everyone has their own style of doing things, and that's what makes us uniquely different. And I think that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, because we can't all be the same. We can't all have the same style and things like that. But yeah, so that's what I do for my photos. Again, Instagram's going to be your best bet, guys, to find my tips and like quick video tips and things like that. And that's pretty much it. Some other good tips is getting the habit of doing great caption for your Instagrams, having a hook or an attention getter in your Instagram. I just keep it simple with my captions. I'm not the blog type person. I'm not saying blogs are terrible. I'm just saying go with what you know. And for me, I think the most people don't have time to sit there and, I mean, I don't. I'm just going to say right now, some I read and some I don't. I just like looking at the photos and seeing what they use, and I'll read the first couple of sentences, but I don't read into the entire IG post. So I feel like just, if you're the type that doesn't like to write a lot like me, then just have an attention getter, have like a hook, and then write in there a little bit of things. Because most of the time, if someone has a question about something or what you used or what sticker book, if they don't already see it in the photo, they're gonna ask you. So definitely work on your captions and stuff like that. What I like to do, I use notes, copy and paste it and put it into my Instagram. There might be some apps that others use. So you definitely just have to, like, if you have close planner babes already in the community, ask them how they do it. Or if you see someone that you love their caption or their body text in the Instagram post, ask them how they do it. That's probably one thing that I probably am bad at, is asking for help. So if anything, if I could rewind anything, I would probably ask for more help. If I saw someone that I was like, oh, I love that. What are you using or whatever? So anyways, I hope those are some good tips for you guys. We covered photos, we covered videos, hopefully. But if you have any other questions, leave it in the comments down below. I will definitely answer those. That was the experience for me. It was really great. I'm so excited to see who makes squad for 2021. You'll have an amazing experience. And if you don't make it, I totally understand, but let's just say that it gives you that opportunity to be a part of this planner community and this creative community, and you're able to reach out to those. And if you really want this, you'll be able to apply for next year, which will be 2022. So definitely stick with it, make some friends, you know, get out there. I know it's hard because let me tell you, it was hard for me. I didn't really think that I could achieve all this, and I did, and it's given me so much more confidence to do other things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my experience about Squad, and I wish you all good luck. Take care and happy planning. Bye.